Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the ACGL Breakdown, and today I'm going to be chatting to our brand new Grandmasters on the ACGL platform. Goes by the name of Kohvz as well as Lithium, aka Drezo, aka, to be honest, I'm not even too sure what to call them, but one thing I'm going to be able to say is, gentlemen, you're both Grandmasters, so congratulations on that. Obviously, putting a lot of time into Call of Duty this season. Maybe I just want to get a little bit of your take, Kohvz, from your side of things. Season so far for you for Call of Duty competitive, how has it been? And are you hoping to be able to see some more tournaments and events soon?
Yeah, the beginning of the season, obviously we had a few tournaments here and there, a lot of 2v2s that Dylan and myself have been entering.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have the ACGL 2Ks where we play every Sunday, which has been going good for our team. I mean, Dylan and myself have a 100% win rate on the ACGL side, so we technically have won everything we've played in, and our team of Raheel and Ollie also 97% obviously only losing to us. So it's been a good season so far. We have had a few tournaments at start and hoping for a lot more tournaments. Obviously, C3ZA being announced soon. Really excited for that, Nick.
Yeah, also can't wait for that from my side of things. Can't wait to catch you guys on at least the cast of you to be able to see if your gameplay has actually improved over the years. But purely based on statistics, it definitely has. I mean, from your side, Lithium, I'm going to call you that, even though I know Activision doesn't like me doing that. From my side, how's the competitive season been for you? How's your team adapted, and how have you guys still managed to essentially maintain your performance as being one of the top teams, if not the top team, in sub-Saharan Africa?
It's been really good. I think one of the reasons why we've remained so consistent is just because we've obviously been playing for a long time together and we do take it quite seriously. As far as the competition goes, like there's been a lot of roster changes in a lot of the other teams, and that's an advantage to us because we've been together for so long and we just have so much experience in like role-wise on the team. Like we all do our roles the best we can, so like we don't overlap or clash with anyone. But besides that, it's been pretty good. It's nice to see like some tournaments coming up now. I'm really excited for the season ahead, basically.
Fantastic, man. I mean, one of the biggest things about this season, of course, going across to 4v4 from the 5v5 of the past, the introduction or reintroduction of control. I mean, how do you think South Africans have really adjusted to that? Obviously, search and destroy as well as hardpoint have remained consistent, and if anything, you guys have a little bit more time, I'd like to think, on the hill when slaying out these days. But when it comes down to control, do you feel that it's playing well at the moment, or do you think that we might need to see a change of game mode when it comes down to potentially the next Call of Duty, which we'll allude to in a bit as well?
I think controls, it's a good game mode. I just think in South Africa, like people don't focus on it near as much as they should. Like most people just scrim hardpoint and then that's it. They don't even play control. And like if you look at most of our games, we normally throw teams in control like quite badly because I just feel like they just underlook it and they focus too much on HP and nothing else. And
Yeah,
that's another strength of our team,
I was about to
basically.
add, Nick, I'm not sure South African teams have adapted to control because I'm pretty sure I can count it on my fingers the amount of times I've scrim control in the past 4 months we've been playing the
Oh,
game.
wow.
So yeah, I'm not sure. We normally just play hard points and then teams normally just end the scrim over there. I'm not too sure why because as a team and as us four, like we watch a lot of the pros and a lot of the amateurs play, and it's obviously in our gameplay. So we don't necessarily have to practice it in game because of the amount of knowledge that we get from watching the pros. But it would be nice here and there to be able to practice controls in game and get some comms going. But yeah, like Dylan said, we're pretty good at it. We've been good at it since Black Ops 4. I feel like the introduction of control in Black Ops 4, we went to London, we played those top teams, we realized how control's supposed to be played. So I think it's just stuck with us throughout the time. So it would be nice to play, but we aren't really worried about practicing control because I feel like we're really good at it.
All right, so that's definitely a message out to whoever's the number 2 and 3 and 4 teams. Play some control, gents, because that's going to be an opportunity for you to counter these guys with their 100% win record, which is, guys, I mean, I've got to say, that's phenomenal. 100% across the board. Is that something that you're going to try and maintain throughout the season? And do you think that there's anybody that can really take you down at this point in time?
I mean, even last season, I'm pretty sure myself and Dylan ended with a 98% win rate, and I do
Yeah,
believe that
quite
that
a.
was the one tournament we lost when we were using a sub in one of the tournaments. So yeah, it's something that we like to push forward. It's like a nice little bragging right over there, but it's also more to show that our team is like the complete team. We're winning everything how we should be. Like I've we as a team have a big vision of going overseas and knowing that we're winning everything in South Africa and sure and puts us on par with okay, now we are good enough to go overseas. So it's a little bit of a bragging right to show the 100%, but it's also a good like a reassurance for our team that we are the best and we're going to carry on being the best.
Yeah, and I've got to say, on that mark, it kind of speaks true in my point of view of game knowledge and how important it is. I mean, We got what some might call the Twitch kids or the fastest reaction players across the board that are getting involved with competitive gaming, which is fantastic. But the biggest thing is game knowledge has played such a huge precedent in setting you guys apart from the rest of South Africa. Where do you think the rest of South Africa might be lacking in certain game knowledge? Is it rotations? Is it certain game modes? Is there one key point that you might point that towards, Lithium, from your side?
I just think that, like, overall, basically, I just think people need to look at all the game modes like equally. I feel like people focus too much on like just HP and they just play HP, and I think that's a big problem we have in the scene right now.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes down to practice in general. Like most people focus on like eights, whereas they could focus on more like team-based things, like playing search or doing search stuff, or just more like team productive stuff. I think that's a big problem we have. It's more just about like talent here and just like run and gun more than actually playing structured and playing proper Call of Duty.
100%.
It's like I've said it for a long time now. There's a lot of South Africans, individual players that I think have the gun skill and would be able to like take on top EU or NA AMs just based purely on gun skill. But when it comes to the knowledge side of the game, it's like day and night. Like these guys put so much time and grind into their gun skill or their movement being good, but they don't take the time out to actually learn the game, learn what to do in specific scenarios, and learn what to do when your team's down or have the composure. And that's where South Africans lack a lot in this scene, and that's what differentiates them from the EU scene and differentiates them from our team as well.
So yeah, I mean, from that side, review and do your homework, teams. And one of the best opportunities for you to be able to do that is currently with the CDL. I know we've been paying a lot of attention to that. Essentially, from a local scene, I see everybody's got their pick'ems, they've got their strats, what they're going to be able to go with their draft picks. I'm actually winning the ACGL one somehow. I don't even know how I'm doing it. No changes. But that being said, what do you think that has done in terms of the setup at the moment? And do you think they're going in the right direction from an international standpoint?
With regards to the CDL, like you got to understand, like it's a business opportunity. It's a lot of money for buy-in. So obviously the top of the top is only going to get that opportunity. But what, especially as a team and as a community that we try to push for, is to more focus on the amateur perspective, the CDL amateurs, the Challengers Cups.
Yeah.
I feel like they're doing a really good job there. I mean, you're seeing the introduction of so many academy teams. You had Los Angeles Guerrillas Academy team, the Subliners Academy team. They had the Toronto Ultra Academy team. You're seeing the introduction of these pro teams starting to go and devise themselves into the Challengers, which is really good. The Challengers prize pool is just another opportunity that I can talk about that it's crazy. Like you're having constant $20,000 tournaments every
Yeah.
week or every second week, with the Elite Series going up to $50,000, and obviously Champs being $250,000 for the NA scene. Like that's something that's like we've been around the community so long. We've seen how all these amateurs, like his prize pools haven't even been that big ever, and now it's being only introduced to the Challengers, not even the CDL, which have millions of prize pool.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy what the CDL is doing with their challenges and how they're promoting them and making sure that the streams every weekend for challenges is being streamed. All of these young talent is being broadcasted and shown, so these CDL teams can be picked up. And like we've seen, what is it now? 8 Challengers players have been picked up for pro teams just this season,
Yeah.
which is pretty crazy.
It's phenomenal. It's acting almost like a scouting grounds for some of these top teams at the moment, which is absolutely huge. And I think that's one of the things as South Africans, we always want to be a part of that scouting grounds, and maybe they come with some kind of pick through. And hopefully from our side, at least ACGL side, we did hint the C3ZA. We can promise that that announcement will be coming soon, and obviously trying to do as much regular broadcast as possible with the community side by side in that. And from my side, gentlemen, I think that's where we're going to call it for today. So I just want to say a big thank you to the both of you. Maybe starting with Lithium on the far side there. Where can people get hold of you?
Honestly, just Twitter. Like that's where they can get hold of me.
And tell us a little bit about your Twitter handle there so we can find you.
Okay, so my Twitter handle right now is @Drezzo with 2 underscores, one word. So Drezzo 2 underscores, no spaces, nothing. But I'll probably be changing that soon to Lithium because I managed to get my tag back. So might change. Yeah.
We've missed Lithium. We've missed Lithium.
100%. There's nothing worse than when doing the commentary. I'm like, who's this Drezzo kid? he's really stepped up. But Kohvz, from your side of things, where can people find you?
So basically, all my socials from Instagram to Twitter is at Kohvz, KOHVZ, and yeah, I was lucky enough to have my hand on every single social. So make sure if you want to follow me, if you want to keep up with the top players in SA, either follow myself or Dylan.
So have you picked up the Kohvz handle on TikTok yet?
No, I haven't ventured off into that platform yet, and I was
Quickly.
thinking about it. I think some of my dancers would be able to get some and pull in some hectic views over there, but not as yet, Nick.
Or
Not as
even
yet.
some of the plays, man. To be honest, both you guys very talented over the years. It's been phenomenal to be able to watch you guys in tournaments. But congratulations once again, Grandmaster Kohvz and Grandmaster Lithium. It is an absolute pleasure. I'm sure I'll be catching you guys very soon. Cheers.
Sweet. Appreciate it.